Hello and welcome. We just got done reading another Native American myth and legend. This one was about the Great Medicine Dance, which is a Cheyenne custom. I don't think it is exactly the rain dance, although that would be the most well-known dance that non-accustomed people would know. Their dance was a dance that basically covered all aspects of life. So you had animals coming in, rain, you had mentions of other things. I think there's also having to do with like planting and soil and stuff. It basically it was a celebration and a dance to restore all things that are life sustaining. And I think that the beginning of the story is interesting because you have all of them trying to figure out what to do. You have Maheo, who is the creator, but the creator has a second part, which is the, thunderous lightning, which is an interesting touch. So you have the creator and another aspect of him, which is the thundering lightning, but those two things are the same thing, essentially, is what it makes it sound like. And the medicine man, they were all told to go find a woman at a certain point in their journey and to ask that woman to give them food. Which is interesting because it's like, if multiple people choose the same woman, is that an issue? What exactly did the women have all of the food? Did the men get everything and then hand the women all of the food? Don't really know how that works. And I also think it's interesting that the medicine man went to the chief's wife and said, "Hey, you need to come with me." So it wasn't like a single woman. This was a woman who belonged to the chief. And so the fact that she was like, "Yeah, this is fine," and also the fact that the chief didn't say anything at the end whenever they came back, little weird, especially for today's standards. But off they go on cover of night. They set up the teepee facing the sun, and that probably has some kind of symbolism, but best I can think is that makes it easier to wake up, because whenever the sun comes up, wakes you up. That's how it's designed to be. They captured dogs, and they laid on beds of sage, which is another interesting thing. I wonder if that's just to make it smell better. Is sage really soft to sleep on? Is that relevant to like a wedding ritual of some sort? Don't know. Interesting detail though. And they finally make it to what is the mountain, and they're going to the medicine lodge of the mountain, which I think is an interesting thing. There's a lot of mountains inside of the literature of Native American Indians. And mountains seem to be a really big deal. And to be fair, that makes sense. Mountains are something that are difficult to climb sometimes. They're also above everything else. And, well, where does God reside? He resides above. So climbing a mountain in all cultures has always symbolized approaching God or achieving something great. And this is no different. So they find a passage, they make it into the center where the Great Medicine Lodge is, where the creator Maheo lives. And Great Thunder. And there, it's interesting because Maheo teaches them everything, gives them the Ishwan, which I'm assuming it's Ishwan. I couldn't think of another way to pronounce it, so we're sticking with Ishwan for the moment until somebody corrects me. And he teaches them songs, he teaches them the dance, and he says that Great Thunder will go with you, which, as a Christian, is interesting because it's God saying, "Hey, go out. I have taught you everything, but I will send something to help you. I will send a comforter or whatever." It's like, this is your guide. This is to help you in the interim whenever you're not in my presence. And he's there to help you. So that was a neat touch. And they both leave, and the man and the wife, which interesting, not the wife, the woman, she straight up says, she's like, you've not touched me this entire time. When are you going to lie with me, essentially? And again, she's married to the chief. So it's an interesting thing, but he's like, we have to finish everything appropriately first. And so as they're going back, then he lays with her. And I thought it was funny because woman power was the word that they used. I found that a funny word, but I also appreciate greatly that a really important aspect to almost every single, Native American Indian story and myth is the woman's ability to essentially like be a life giver. That's something that feels like it's not valued anymore, but I think it should definitely still be valued because it's the most unique and powerful trait that a woman has, is her ability to create more life and provide sustenance to that life. Just really great stuff. Love that there's a great emphasis on that aspect in these stories. And I think it's interesting that they sit outside for one whole day before going back to their tribe, and then they go to the tribe and they explain all that they've done, and they say, now it is time to teach you everything, and the most important thing is the ishwan, which is the hat that he wears, which is where he gets the namesake of horns straight up, because the hat is a buffalo head. And buffalo, I'll need to do a little bit of research because I'm assuming buffalo was just very good at sustaining a community because of the sheer amount of meat that you can get from it. Otherwise, I don't really know what the significance of a buffalo is. It's just always connected to Indians, And, yeah, I think that's really cool. And he teaches everybody everything. And it also, and the preface to the story talks about all the different things that people will do at one of these dances. And they basically do everything. They'll bleed themselves. They'll harm themselves. They'll prick themselves. All as a minor version of sacrifice. But instead of like full on killing somebody to get something, you have more just like self-harm in a small manner to do all that with. And you could basically say a prayer for anything. There wasn't really a limitation because it mentions family off in a warpath. So it's like, hey, you can sacrifice yourself a little bit to guarantee that that your family member makes it back, which is very, very interesting. But it's also where men would try and find a woman to marry. So it's kind of like a singles night along with everything else. And I like that. I think that's cool. So I hope that you have some insights that I haven't thought about and that you'll tell me what you think down below in the comments, and that you will also like and subscribe. I do have a Discord that I'm trying to grow, trying to get people interested in it. So if you watch this and you're interested in the Discord, let me know, and I'll hopefully have already added it down below or in the original video where I talk about the story. So hope this helps. Hope you enjoyed it. And hey, if you like this, check out one of these other videos right here and keep going. Don't stop. Doing great. I'm sorry to disturb you.